Hello, thank you all for stopping at Park Bench today, Chelsea. Today we're interviewing Terrace Ahrens. He is the Executive Director of the Chelsea Area Chamber of Commerce. And I'm delighted that we get kind of an overview of the business area of Chelsea. So Terrace, tell me about the activities of the Chamber and your responsibilities and how we can all help each other.
For sure, yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me on. To speak of activities, one thing we do is we have a spotlight series every week on Wednesdays where I interview somebody.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice to be sitting on the other side of this and
good.
get to answer some questions. So again, thanks. But yeah, I mean, you know, we've got a lot going on constantly. Right off the bat, you can see sitting in front of us here, we've got our Easter eggs. So we've been doing something since September called Sweet Savor Saturdays. And it's kind of a multifaceted event at this point. At its core, it's a list of sales and specials at about, I think we're over 30 different local businesses now that all run some kind of featured item or a sale or a discount on Saturdays, and they do it every Saturday, and we've been doing it since September. On top of that, there's also a $100 gift card giveaway every single month. So we have these nice acrylic boxes that you'll find at participating places all over town. Just put your name in for free on Saturdays, but only on Saturdays. End of the month, we round them up and we give away a $100 gift card to one of the local businesses. This month for April, it's the Cottage Rabbit, because our whole theme this month is
Easter.
It's Easter theme. So we've also been doing some special pop-up shops and things of that nature. So we had a Lots of Luck pop-up shop and scavenger hunt last month because it was Lucky Edition for St. Patty's Day. We did a cookie pop-up shop the day before Valentine's Day in February. This month we're doing the extravaganza egg hunt, and basically every Saturday you come into town, we're going to go out each week and resupply the area, if you will, with a ton of Easter eggs. And these Easter eggs are going to have everything from little individual wrapped pieces of candy or coupons or gift certificates. We've got a ton of free small top or one topping small pizzas to Jets Pizza that Jets Pizza was generous enough to donate. So you find one of these big ones laying around and you just got to look for the little Sweet Savor Saturday sticker on them, like this one, and they'll all have that on them. And you find it, you get it, you take it. So that's, you know, something we've been doing, and we just keep growing that every single month.
Great.
There's so many things.
So right now, given we're all crawling our way out of this COVID thing, what is the biggest challenge that you see for the Chamber and for the businesses here in Chelsea?
Sure. Well, I mean, that's definitely that's a two-parter. So I would say as far as the businesses, I think it's different business to business. I think there are definitely businesses that haven't had as hard of a time in this last year. You know, if you were the type of business, take a pizza delivery business, for instance, I don't think that they've been hit quite as hard as everybody else because they were set up to adapt. You know, I know some of the businesses that are done the to-go and stuff. Now, capacity is not helping anybody, even the pizza places. But then there are other businesses that have been hit really, really hard. We've lost a couple good businesses in town. Total Wellness, which was a great community member. She did reflexology and just had opened up, and she unfortunately had to close her doors in December, which is really sad. But Chelsea, as far as the businesses and the hurdles, it's been amazing from day one to watch the camaraderie of the community and watch how they've all supported each other. For instance, we just honored we just ambushed, we'll be honoring them at the annual meeting in May, but Ugly Dog Distillery was our Large Business Leadership Award winner for 2020. And they are a prime example of taking something like COVID and the challenges that all these businesses face, and they just flipped it. They immediately became more involved in the community. Their social media presence, which being a craft distillery is like 10,000 followers, and instead of continuously plugging their stuff, which of course they do, they're always talking about the other businesses in town. They also obviously converted over and started doing hand sanitizer, which you can see all lined up behind you there. But that's the thing, I think the concepts are, you know, the issues that hit the businesses out of COVID, the capacities, the actual shutdowns, businesses like the Purple Rose and stuff, it's just so tricky. But I think as a community, everybody's been so consistently trying to make sure everybody else has what they need, that as a community, we've really strived we've really adapted and evolved to survive. And that's fantastic. As far as the chamber, one of the biggest things the chamber does, mind you, is networking, right? I mean, that's one of the main reasons someone joins the Chamber of Commerce, is to meet other people in the community.
Correct.
Well, we also throw community events, and that is how we fundraise as well as provide a service to the community, because we do view ourselves as it's a community chamber of commerce. We do lots of things just for the betterment of everybody here, not just businesses, but that's all full circle, obviously. But now we can't have a backyard beer garden. We can't put 1,000 people in Palmer Commons.
Right.
We can't have our business breakfasts where we would have 50, 100 people come in and have breakfast at 7:30 in the morning. So our challenge over the last year has been to completely reimagine everything we need to do, and we still take those standards. Okay, well, we need to provide something as far as like a business after hours. Well, we can't do that anymore. So how are we going to help get the word out about these businesses? So we created the Business Spotlight Series. How are we going to have events where we can bring in people that don't have storefronts and put them on Main Street? So we started doing the pop-up shops. How are we going to have shopping events when we can't put everybody in the same place at the same time? So we create Sweet Saver Saturdays. How are we going to help all the recreation areas and make sure everybody knows that there are all these amazing trails and things that you can do and socially distance? So we created the Chelsea Trail Challenge. And we're on the fourth month of that today. So that's been our biggest challenge. Beyond that, I think where we've been able to be very helpful is we do run chelseamish.com, which is the community website. And that, in today's, with COVID, I mean, that became more important than ever. Right. You got a lot of businesses that maybe haven't needed to, or just don't have the funds or the know-how to build themselves their own expansive website, so they don't have a ton of presence. Well, we're able to supply that for our members, as well as all the members of the community, even the ones that aren't chamber members. So that's been a big part of it. And then just the transfer of valuable information. I mean, there's so much stuff getting thrown around. To have a source like your local chamber that is kind of funneling it to you from the appropriate places and keeping information accurate has been a big part of it as well.
Right. Well, I think the chamber has done a great job of keeping people in the loop in terms of this is this government statement, publication, this is that, now it's this, and the chamber's done a really good job of keeping people informed, businesses informed as to what they can and can't do, where they may be able to acquire some funds to help them stay afloat. And it, for me, was extremely sad to drive down the streets that were empty and the lights out in stores when I was finally able in my business to get out of my house.
Sure.
And so the chamber has just been a great outreach, I think, to everyone. And I thank you for taking your time today to just give us another avenue with Park Bench to let people know what options and what's available within the Chelsea community. Thank you so very much.
No problem.
Appreciate it. You can find the Chelsea Area Chamber of Commerce right on Main Street. Anytime that you're in town, I'm sure they'd be delighted to help you if you've got questions. Thanks for stopping.